Harold, I'm afraid I need you to come with me.
Oh, hi, Major. What's the matter? Is that leak bothering you again?
It's your fine, your unpaid fine.
I had a fine?
You still do. Tubing without the proper credit on your tube card. Can you settle it now?
No. But wait, I'm sure I topped it up.
Improper tube card management, Halibut. You surely recall that since last week, the Energy District tubes require your tube card to be topped up with blue credit if an onward journey to the social district is intended, in addition to the usual weekly turquoise credit.
But only last month, it was a green.
I don't make the rules, Harold, but the rules make me. Now let's get you over to the fine secretary so we can all get on with our day.
Fell foul of the end-user insufficient funds clause. I'm afraid if you really can't pay, you're going to have to think of someone who can.
I guess that means you'll have to wait for the professor again. Who knows what she sees in you? Right, I'm needed elsewhere. There's a disturbing rise in the number of people traveling without the appropriate tickets recently. I hope for both our sakes not to see you again soon, Harold.
We enjoyed our first instantly iconic ad campaign, Got Water. Castle Chop oversaw the introduction.
Can't you just put this on my account? I'll pay as soon as I...
Mr. Halibut, you don't have an account. Not since we blocked it.
Please, Mr. Secretary, let me just... look, can't we...
Your name is Mr. Secretary?
My title, young man, is All-Water Secretary number 24. It is not my name. Anyway, I'm afraid All-Water Corporation can't be seen to make exceptions. You'll have to go through the proxy payment process like everyone else.
And accountable showed us at 87% passenger approval shortly afterwards. And we hope the recent local waters probe will get that up to 90% next time.
So, what are you in for?
Oh, I'm just here for the great company.
Aren't you a little young to start working for All Water?
What? No, I meant... because it was a joke, doofus.
Oh.
Yeah. Could you let me wait in peace now?
Oh, sure. Will do. Have fun.
Felix?
Hi, Ma. Look, before you say anything,
Whatever your excuse is, it'll have to wait. Busy, busy times. Mr. Secretary, please charge whatever Felix's fine is to the company tab, please.
Of course, Mrs. Van der Vaart. Have a pleasant day. You too, Master Van der Vaart.
freedom! Have fun, Harold!
Then, in 13,706.
We reluctantly interrupt your daily business for some important information for all inhabitants of the Fedora 1.
Dear people, crew, and company, we seem to have discovered something super cool. Please do consider to congregate tonight at the Agora Theatre for some important information.
We enjoyed our first instantly.
Oh, Harold, here you are. I've been looking all over. Get your buns to the lab, if you please.
I do beg your pardon, ma'am, but there is still the matter of an outstanding fine for Mr. Halibut to find a proxy for. A completely reasonably priced and fairly applied fine, if I do say so myself.
Sir, please do not cause me further consternation. Just put it on my tab as always. Come on, Harold.
Known more commonly as Fess Up. This was followed by the all-water-led renewal projects.
Mr. Halibut, you'll need this before you go.
A ticket home?
Yes, and only home. It's not valid for any other routes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
And your tube pass should be unlocked again within 24 hours. So you'll be back to the luxury of fully automatic tube travel eligibility approval once again.
I can't wait.
There were the dark times. And slowly but surely.
Every time I need you, Harold, it's something else. What's wrong with you? I can't handle your shenanigans while we're in the middle of this mess.
I know. I'm sorry. Next time...
This must have an underlying cause. I remember when you were still in school and your teacher telling me about how you would just stare out of the window, oblivious to her even shouting at you. It's like you've never snapped out of that daydream.
I was never in a daydream, just... the other stuff was boring.
Harold, I'm not sure which is worse. The idea of you living with your head in the clouds or never being excited by life. Only boring people get bored.
Eesh. I'm sorry, Professor.
Destination chosen. We hope you enjoy your all-water tube system journey. You have arrived. Please exit the tube in an orderly manner. We hope you travel with us again soon.
But why isn't the line active? What needs improving? A man has a right to know.
I don't know the exact decision-making process that led to this, sir, but I assure you it will be for the good of your overall long-term tube travelling experience.
So will we get discounts on the other lines as a result of the inconvenience?
As of yet, there is no discount scheme in place, as we calculated the possible inconvenience to be negligible.
Destination decided. Enjoy the view.
But Harold, I'm tired of chasing after you like you're a stupid butterfly.
Hang on. What's a butterfly? That sounds silly.
A butterfly is an insect from Earth. They had beautiful patterns on their wings and drank pollen from flowers. I suppose you could say they often appeared in, extra natural moments in life. On the other hand, they were terribly inefficient, flighty, overly trusting, and delicate. Ergo, you never take responsibility, and I never know where to find you next.
I know I drift off a bit sometimes, but All Water raised the tube fares again, and they never announce it properly. This time it really was an honest mistake. Plus, there was this woman who...
Quiet, Harold. We don't have time for your flights of fancy right now. There's important work afoot.
Oh, yeah.
Have you checked the blockage in the filter station yet? And did you need to feed the fish too?
Yes, those two. I'm on the case. Bye, Professor.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, I'm sure those are all my tasks for the day.
You seem to have waylaid your PDA. It really is a wonder you get anything done around here.
Thanks, Professor. It's got a life of its own.
Strangely enough, I noticed you hadn't added your daily task list to it. And I don't want to have to remind you about them again.
Oh, thanks. Let's see. So I access the list. It'll come back to me.
Just go to the 4 selection buttons.
Okay. Where were they again?
The upper right of the pad.
Yeah. Top of the 4 buttons, right? Cool. Then I use the navigation nub to highlight and then hit the bottom button.
Precisely.
Okay, great. And it's the rightmost button to go back, right?
Indeed. Now hop to it. And I'll see you at the Agora arcades when you're done.
Drat. It's out of food. Better ask Cyrus about this.
Harold. Perfect timing.
Oh, Signor Tenenbaum. You too.
I was just hoping to watch some Sansu's Ashk. Got any idea how to work the old telly?
Yeah, I think it's one of those all-water ad-only models.
Ah. Should still be good for watching the announcement on tonight, though, right?
You're really gonna watch that? They'll just announce another tube price hike again.
Well, who knows? Diego from Health Services said he heard something about the reveal of something important.
Aircon chilled store and let us transport you to another world of ice and snow. Ready to go? Slide on over.
Bye,
to
Chris.
Slippy's.
See you later, Harold. I'll be here if you want some company.
Stuff everywhere.
Clean as a whistle again. Hey, Sai.
Oh, hey, Harold. What's going? How's up?
Just doing my usual rounds. Trying to clean the fish and feed the filter station.
Super nice. How are the fishies doing?
They're swimming away, looking good. But there's no food left in the fish feeding machine.
Ah, lovely. Yeah, I've been thinking about fish a lot recently. I've been wondering if, given fish blood is such a good fertilizer, what the slow-release phosphates and nitrogen, but we don't want to hurt fish. If samples were taken, we could somehow synthesize the...
Sai, that sounds very interesting, but what about the food for the fish themselves?
Oh, yes. Sorry, Drat. Didn't I restock the other night? Must have just thought about it. I'll have to formulate some more.
You make the fish food yourself?
Oh, I do indeed. I'm working on a new recipe at the moment, in fact.
But I mean, can fish even taste?
It's not just about taste, it's about nutrition. We want their gills to function optimally, don't we? And their pigments to express as vividly as possible, a bit like flowers.
Sigh. New fish food would be great. I'm sure they'll love it.
Well, I'll get right on it, promise. Yeah, I think I have a test batch. Yep, here. A little taster to keep them going. You should try some too.
Thanks. I'll let you know what they think.
Oh, did you see that?
Was that fish real?
I'm not sure. I mean, even if it wasn't, their methods are getting way more sophisticated lately.
Yeah.
I kind of look forward to seeing what stunt they're going to pull next.
Me too. As long as I don't have to clean it up. Do you remember their first messages?
Yeah. Wasn't it something about Fedora not being able to take off being a conspiracy?
Yes, on all those little flyers. Handwritten, too. What did that fish message mean, do you think?
I guess something about exploring the planet?
Didn't it say what's out here?
Ooh, like they've hidden something?
Maybe they think the ocean is a conspiracy, too? Little fishy, your little dishy is now served. Okay, Herald Bot Diagnostic Report. Scanning. All tests completed satisfactorily. Enjoyment evaluation minimal. Energy levels depleted. Recharging required. Next destination, Agora Arcades. Why isn't this working? So typical. I suppose the ticket reactivation is still going to take a while.
Hello again.
Hey, Chris. Ticket not working. Mind if I watch the announcement with you?
Oh, be my guest. Not that I actually live here.
Oh, it's starting.
We chose the stars, not instead of the Earth, but because of it. We chose sacrifice and responsibility. Well, we didn't, I guess, but our ancestors did. And we wouldn't be here if they hadn't. Left, I mean. we'd be back on Earth. And where would that have got anyone? We may not have ever seen our home, tasted its air, or gazed across its boiling seas, but we remember it. And then we made a new home, even if it wasn't quite what anyone had in mind. And one corporation over all others helped make that possible. All water. On that note, I'd like to introduce Madam CEO Brenna Castletop.
Good day to you all. As you may know, I am Brenna Castletop, the CEO of All Water Corporation. More importantly, I'm a citizen of the Fedora just like you. And it's my unmitigated pleasure today to show you what you're about to see. Join me in reliving and celebrating the remarkable journey we've been on together, before we unveil the next step of that journey.
It may have started with one man, but it took the hearts and minds of many more to make the dream a reality. That dream began at the height of the Cold War, when the world was on the very brink of annihilation. He conceived of an Ark-like spacefaring ship, financed by the wealthiest countries, families, and private institutions such as the Schlipmeyer Foundation, as a gesture of global care for the human race. That ship journeyed for 200 years, was home to 5 generations, and sailed past many solar systems, making fascinating discoveries along the way, like the bacteria that are now responsible for our energy supply, or the mineral samples we took from planets along the way that allow us to build new materials. We had difficulties to deal with too, such as surprise asteroid fields, periods of hopelessness, and the unpleasant albeit brief alien infestation. And of course, 120 years after launch, our last message from our beloved Earth in its final moments. After 200 years, we finally arrived at our destination, only to find that the promising, watery planet contained no habitable landmass and dense, toxic gases in the atmosphere. Hardly the second Earth we had hoped for. It wasn't long into our new search that the solar winds came. Maybe our ancestors couldn't have possibly known, or maybe they could, that they would cause our ship to crash, just like Icarus, but with worse luck. Either way, we can be thankful for a soft landing and good waterproofing.
Wasn't that a wild ride, huh? We've achieved so much aboard the Fedora, but we've never stopped thinking big. We had the idea to make sure we weren't missing out on anything going on outside. We're in a whole new galaxy, so we should be listening to see what the local news is. So we hatched a new plan. A state-of-the-art, deep space radio buoy capable of keeping itself afloat and slowly circumnavigating our watery new home while scanning for signals and interesting cosmic gossip. And, wait for it, yes, we're delighted to announce it's floating to the surface right now. That's right, the buoy will be in position in another few hours. Big congratulations and thanks to All Water for making this possible. I'm excited to see what we pick up.
That was some announcement, huh?
Sure. Makes for some nice gossip. But I think they should fix the tube system or upgrade the TVs, eh? For this fancy boy drama, eh?
Yeah, that'd be nice. What if there really is nothing else out there?
Exactamundo. We should be focusing on inner space before outer, huh?
Yeah, man. Speaking of inner space, I hope the tickets are working again tomorrow.
Que claro. At least I brought some homework to mark. Those bambinos will forget everything at this rate.
And you've got your trusty couch?
Yep. We've gotten to know each other well.
Okay. I'm gonna get some sleep. Buonanotte, Chris.
Buonanotte, Harold.
Good evening, everyone. Please remember, the all-water tube system will shortly be closing for the night. Get snug, not stranded.
Oh boy. What a day. Here's hoping tomorrow's a bit more relaxed. I could do with a day off. All this running back and forth for people is tiring, man. But, Agent Harrelson, that's what they pay you for. Don't let us down now.
Morning, Harold.
Hello, Professor. What did you think of that announcement?
It was quite fantastically self-aggrandizing.
Yes, it did go on a bit. The boy seems cool, though.
Indeed. I'm sure it'll make a great source of distraction. Now, if you're quite ready...
Sure. Ready for what?
I made a breakthrough discovery at the Arboretum last night. You remember the last batch of bloomy rocks?
Oh, the really small ones from the last intake? The ones with the strange shapes and the little holes and...
The blue ones, yes. Turns out their surface composition doesn't just give us clues about our immediate aquatic environs. I think they've picked up some influences from outer space as well. Take a look through the microscope. You'll see what I mean.
Just remind me exactly how that thing works again.
Harold, are you fooling me? This will be the last time I explain it to you, so for once, pay attention. You need to open the hatch first. Now, activate the switch next to the door to open the sample shelf. The rock you want is in the container on the lower right. You remember your left and right? Bring it to the microscope and insert it into the hatch. Et voila! Check the microscope and finally you'll see what I mean. The one you're looking at now seems to have picked up radiation from our nearest sun. There's a particular mark for each time there's been a solar flare.
I can only see one mark?
That's the problem. There isn't enough of a recording on this one. I dated it to roughly 40 BC.
So we need an older one. For...
Exactly. Older ones, ideally. Although I doubt we'll have much luck catching more of them by chance. Oh, yes. We have to figure out when there's going to be a gap between flares. Flares cause the solar winds. A gap between solar storms is our only window for leaving this place. I need you to look into this, Harold. If anyone on board has an older rock, we need it procured. Yes?
But if we're not going to be able to catch one, where am I supposed to start looking?
You could start at Tommy's store. You and I both know that guy somehow gets hold of whatever those filter stations spit out, and then sells them at an outrageous markup.
Good evening, Jean.
Nice to see you, Bridget.
Is the sample in the microscope? I'm really curious to inspect it.
Yes, you definitely should.
Hey.
Hey, you're the professor's assistant, Jeremy, right?
Yes, but no. I'm Harold Halibut. I interned in your section for about a year.
Oh, goodness, you're Microwave Boy.
So, you do remember me.
Yes, how could I forget that debacle? Actually, I've just met with your professor.
Is everything okay?
Not entirely, but I probably shouldn't be telling you.
Okay, I'll...
But I suppose if Moreau trusts you, I'm a bit worried about our ship's energy reserves. I thought I'd talk to your boss about it. She's the smartest person on board, isn't she?
Reserves? Are we in some kind of trouble?
Now I've said too much. Ask Moreau. Perhaps she'll tell you more.
Did you guys talk about the Bloomy Rocks at all? Moreau said I should maybe check with your husband.
As a matter of fact, we did. As for my husband, you'll have to ask him, which is more than I've been able to do the past few days. Knowing that infuriating rock collection, I'm sure he'll find you something. He's a sweetheart, really, you know? Go ask him.
See you later.
Bye, Richard.
So...
Dare I ask, what is it?
So, Bridget told me about some kind of energy shortage and to ask you about it. Any idea what she meant?
Yes, she mentioned she may have found a link between something in the water and our solar wind problem. It's speculative, and now isn't the time. That all?
Oh, no, it's okay. I'll be off.
Be good, Harold. Harold, when you see Cyrus, could you give him a message for me?
Sure thing, Professor.
Just ask him, how are the details coming along?
Okay. I will ask him, but,
Yes, I know. I could ask him myself, but didn't you stop to wonder why I don't want to?
I just did stop to wonder.
It's complicated, okay? We go back a long way and don't always see eye to eye, especially on matters of categorization, nomenclature, and subsequent archiving methodology. Not that he ever saw fit to delineate his preferred... Don't mind me, Harold. I just mean, Cyrus has his stubborn phases, and I just can't talk to him when he's in one.
Okay, say no more. Your message is safe with me.
Actually, Harold... No, it's okay. Nothing. Run along now.
Destination selected. Have a pleasant journey and a fantastic day. You may now exit the tube.
Utterly
Thank you on
unconcerned for your
behalf
own
of the
safety,
All-Water
no
Corporation
respect for
for choosing
authority,
to travel with
wanton
us today.
disregard for the future of humanity.
Harold, good timing. You can explain things to the Major, can't you?
Harold, come here and explain things. And yourself.
Major, I'm just passing through. I really don't know what this is about. Hi, Felix.
So you're not here to make excuses for this diminutive delinquent?
Hey, I'm not diminutive. I've just got longer to live than you. And Harold, tell him about our plan.
Harold! I thought I told you to stay out of trouble. I should have known you'd be wrapped up in this.
I'm not in trouble. There is no plan.
Are you questioning my authority and/or organizational merit?
What? No, Major.
If I find out you're a bad influence on young Felix here...
Not me, Major. Whatever Felix did, I'm sure it was meant innocently.
And how would you know about that? Unless you're in league with him.
I mean, if you just relax.
Relax? Harold, you're really starting to tweak my beak.
But what did Felix do anyway?
Utterly unconcerned for his own safety, no respect for authority, wanton disregard.
Anyway, Major, under whose jurisdiction is Harold in trouble?
Mine! I'm the law here. Felix, will you be a witness to this?
Absolutely.
And can you testify to Harold's involvement?
Only if he's willing to testify to mine.
Harold, tell the truth now. It'll be easier in the long run.
I haven't witnessed anything to testify.
Damn it! Then the case is in danger of falling apart.
I'm sure Felix's parents will deal with this.
Good point. They should really be present while you question me, Major. I'm only a minor.
Don't you throw the book at me, son. Where are they anyway?
I don't know. And good luck finding them.
Oh no, Felix, have you lost them?
Harold, leave this to the professionals. Felix, do you mean to tell me you've neglected to file a missing person or persons report?
Shouldn't we look for them?
Don't change the subject.
But, Major, what is the subject?
That's right, Harold. Know your rights.
If, and I mean if, you're acting as some kind of heroic big brother figure to this young man, I expect you to be a positive influence.
There's no...
Come on, spit it out, man!
Just leave me alone, Sandstrom. I've got fish to feed.
Okay, Harold, but your fish won't save you if I catch you red-handed. Now, Felix! Where is Felix?
Oh no. Felix?
Harold, you've lost him! Gah!
Hello, Mr. Secretary. 8, right?
I'm afraid not. You must be thinking of my brother, Secretary 8. Or Secretary 24, of course.
Oh, sorry. I always get that mixed up. There are just 3 of you, right?
Well now, 3 of us work for Allwater, yes.
Oh, so there's another who doesn't?
Yes, Secretary 8 is the man to ask about that. He remembers it all much better than I do.
Remembers? Okay, sounds serious.
Anyway, I'm neglecting my post. Welcome to the Agora Arcades. Would you like to partake in the monthly all-water raffle bonanza?
Oh, sure. Wait, is it free to enter?
Certainly. The raffle is a generous gesture of frivolity from Allwater to you, the citizens of Fedora.
What are the prizes?
Well, there's a long list of luxuries, a plethora of pleasurable prizes. The full list can be perused at your leisure on the Allwater Public Access Forum.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'll just spin her up. Drum roll, please. And... Looks like you were unlucky this time, but that's life. Try again next month.
You're cool. So be cool all of the time with my patented Consta-Cool fabrics. So you see, that's the Slippy difference. And if you just watch this exciting infomercial... Ah, Harold, if it isn't my favorite multi-maintenance man. Wait, are you sure I can't interest you in... Oh, never mind.
Hello. How's business?
You're an everyman, right? I've made a new ad, and I need your opinion. I mean, I think it's great, but maybe it's too high concept.
Oh, well, I'm not really qualified to...
Nonsense, just watch.
I was trying to read a book in the comfort of my own home, but my own home wasn't comfortable. It was too hot to concentrate. Will I ever be able to read to my children or enjoy the adventures of the Fedora 4 from my armchair again?
Why, yes, of course you will. With my patented, tried and tested aircon system, you'll always be able to keep your brain, books, and body sweat-free and as cool as Jimson Jameson himself. Please note, Slippy's aircon system is not officially endorsed by the creators of the Fedora 4 or their likenesses.
Sometimes I just can't get cozy. How's a man supposed to look after his family with cold arms? My family are depending on me. What am I going to do?
Clad yourself in one of our triple insulating cozy jackets and matching thermal underwear, of course. You know what they say, warm hands, warm heart. Slippy's means heritage. I'm the latest in a long tradition of winter sports enthusiasts. Slipmeyers throughout history have kept everyone from royalty to the common man warm and cozy in their pursuits of the great outdoors. Slippy's means social responsibility. The Schlipmeyers were one of the most generous sponsors of the Fedora 1 project, giving back to the people, sharing their knowledge of insulation technologies and considerable wealth to keep humanity warm and cozy among the stars. Remember, you deserve to live and work at whatever temperature is right for you. With over 200 years of expertise, you can bet the weather forecast shows Slippies across the board. Come in out of the cold and into Slippies. Slippies. Heat protection so good, it'll be a cold day in hell. Well, what did you think?
There were lots of things, and...
Great! So glad you agree. And while you're here...
I was just going...
Ah, come on, you can't go without testing my new half-pipe experience. It's new and improved by a little modification to my patented aircon system that I'm calling the Freezer!
Is that... do I have to...
I'm glad you asked. It combines precise atmospheric condition synthesis with the ski sim to recreate the most lifelike experience of skiing you can dream of.
That sounds... wait. Me? Skiing? But I don't...
Nonsense. I'm sure you're a natural. Now let's get you strapped in. Oh, Harold, you were really blown away by it, huh? First time's the hardest. It's all downhill from there. Ha! I guess I'm Slippy by name, but you're Slippy by nature.
I guess so. I'd really better go now.
Sure, but just so you know, I run a pretty generous referral scheme if you're interested. For every customer you get.
Gotta dash.
Okay, Harold. Be skiing ya.
There's the Blue Rock, the bane of my day. Where's Tommy when you need him?
Tim, what do you think about the announcement then?
I think it sounds exciting, Alon.
Do you think everything sounds exciting?
Well, that new boy thing and all. Might give us something new to natter about.
That new boy, Zim? What's it gonna pick up anyway? Alien radio drama?
Not sure, Alon. Maybe we'll get some fancy pictures.
Seems to me be more interesting to go sideways than back up top.
You're going sideways, Alon.
Right you are, Zim. It's all this sitting around nattering with you.
Hey, Tommy. I don't suppose you'll be back in the shop soon? Or, I mean, I can come back later?
Oh, no. What do you need?
It's just that the professor and I need some sea rocks. I mean, filter rocks from older times that have come from the filters, and I feel like you might have one?
Shh, quiet. Don't be mentioning Filter Frankie. You know that every piece of my inventory is legally obtained or legally found, right?
Right, sure. That's why I'm here, to legally acquire an item of yours that you may have.
Okay, look and listen here, Longy Long Pants. I shut the store for a reason, you know? Oh man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you Longy Long Pants just then.
You sure you don't want me to come back another time?
It's fine. I'm just feeling sorry for myself. I've got this gut feeling that my beautiful angel wife don't care about me no more.
Oh.
No, I know I'm oversharing again. Tommy, you gotta stop oversharing. Look, kid, either way, I'm not gonna be of any help to you today.
If you're sure.
Yeah, you just caught me on a blue note, that's all. She's been spending so much time with that beautiful chunk of marble. You know, the guy in the silk robe and the flowing locks?
Destination determined. Now, relax with all water. You're here. Thank you for choosing all water tubes.
Taste the disinfectant. Mist commences in 3. Please halt for your contaminant inspection. Inspecting. Contaminant detected. Please do not panic.
Oh, there's Bridget. And Chris. What are they doing in there? I can't hear them, but maybe I can lip read. Seems like Bridget is pretty excited about something. It looks like she's saying, "It's unacceptable. Tommy would realize. It's just not worth the risk." Ooh, Chris is replying. Let's see. Maybe you're right. It could go so wrong. Anyway, we should get back before people notice. Pretty mysterious. Now I wish I'd never skipped those lip reading classes. Hello, Sai. How's it going?
Oh, it's been tough, Harold. Every detail has a detail. It's like this filigree. Oh, it's good you're here, actually.
Yeah? What do you need?
Well, I'm having a bit of difficulty with a 3D printer. It's leaving gaps everywhere.
Oh, okay. Shall I take a look?
Yes, please. But I hope you're better with technology than you are with the ladies.
I hope so too.
Anyway, see if you and your screwdriver can get this printer its third dimension back. You have to undo the screws first to remove the front panel. Oh, I'm sorry, Harold. I couldn't resist.
Ow! Ow! Sai, was the printer even broken?
Maybe. If it's any consolation, I discovered this little trick the hard way.
Ow! Why didn't you just fix it then?
Well, where would the fun have been in that?
I'm not sure I like your idea of fun.
Funny. Sunny says the same thing to me. But I guess she didn't like your idea of fun either, eh?
Ow.
Think of it as a wake-up call, Harold. Yeah, a little extra juice.
Oh, that reminds me. Moreau asked me to ask you, how are the details coming along?
Oh, thanks, Harold. Just like her to ask that.
Huh. Is it? Anyway, see you next time, Sai.
Harold, one more thing.
What is it, Sai?
Could you take Moreau a message?
I suppose. Is it just gonna be like hers?
No, nothing like that. It's something definitely unrelated.
So, what's the message?
Oh, okay, fine. You got me. Happy? Just tell her procedure smeecher and that she puts the YRU in Cyrus.
I don't know that's such a good idea. I mean, what is this whole thing about exactly anyway?
She started it. Back in the days, we were both part of the Archive Club. She was always so darn keen to throw away all the rules and invent new archiving procedures. She called it a healthy distrust for calcified mental models. But all it did was stop us ever getting anything done.
So, you disagreed about archiving?
Precisely. But it was fundamental. I mean, we respected each other's work, but there was this deep difference. And I guess neither of us was willing to budge.
So, what did you decide about the archives?
That's not important anymore. Come on, man. Sometimes you don't need to reinvent the wheel.
Okay. So, no message for her?
Just tell her I say hi. She'll know what I mean.
Okay. Catch you later, Sai.
Halt for your exit disinfection. Do not try to taste the disinfectant.
Location nominated. Journey commencing. All water thanking you. Thank you for traveling with All Water.
Mr. 17?
Mr. Halibut?
Anyone been lucky with the raffle recently?
Not recently. It's a real hoot, though, when someone does win. The excitement as they go away to look through the Access Forum to correlate their winning tickets to the reward is palpable.
What are some of the other prizes, then?
Oh, okay. You've twisted my arm. One of my favourite prizes is a signed photo of Madam CEO. She's striking a power pose. It's quite striking.
I'll be going. Thanks, Mr. 17.
Always a pleasure.
Hey, Zoom. What do you know about Filter Frankie?
Filter Frankie?
Yeah, Frankie, who likes filters. Hence, Filter Frankie.
Right. Well, I heard he's always mucking about in the filters, digging up all sorts that he sells to Tommy.
What I want to know is, why doesn't anyone just go down there and find stuff?
You ever been down to filters, Alon?
Nah, you?
I got shown him once. Not very appealing. and technically off limits.
Well then, there we go.
Who you reckon he or indeed she is then?
Well, we can probably surmise he, or indeed she, isn't really called Frankie.
Solid reasoning, Alon.
So my guess is, he or she could be anyone.
Could be you, Alon.
Could be use him.
Aye. Then, there would we be.
Down the filters, most like.
Aye. Good thing we're not down to filters. I'm just getting comfy.
I'm sorry to bother you again, but I went looking for Mrs. Vandervaart, and she was at the harvest office.
Non-news. It's her office. Where else would she be?
I know, but it's more who was there with her that I thought, I should mention.
What? Who was she with?
It looked totally professional. I didn't see anything bad. Just Senor Tinnerbaum.
What? What's he doing in her office? There's no way he knows enough about energy. If I still had my own hair, it would never have come to this.
Tommy, I'm sure it's not like that.
You don't understand, Harold, what it's like to get old. But I'll be damned if I'm gonna take this lying down.
Tommy, I don't think you should, get angry.
And you're in on this with me now, Harold. You did the right thing bringing this to me.
I'm really sure it's nothing, just a lunch chat.
I've just been so busy working on this damned store sign, thinking Bridget would love the ambition, See me as a real go-getter again. But maybe this whole time I should have been showing her signs of my love.
I'll bet she knows you...
You're absolutely right. We'll modify the sign. Tonight. Make it into a great big sparkly neon proclamation of my, nay, our love. A sign she won't be able to miss. A sign to blind that glossy-maned Casanova.
I mean, I'm not sure that's the sign...
Don't doubt it, Harold. This is gonna work. I just feel it. You're in, right? Will you help me save our love?
Yeah? I'll try.
Knew I could count on you. Let's get to work. I'm gonna go freshen up a little. Might even put on a different outfit now that I think of it. Will you go and look for Bridget for me? My dear Bridget, I'm sorry we haven't been able to spend much time together recently. So I get how you might be attracted to the man-machine with the flowing looks of an angel that you call your friend. But I do beg you to give me another chance. Please, Bridget, will you let me back into your heart and take this monument to our love as a sign of my great affection?
Tommy, of course I love you, and I would never betray you. I just wanted to give you some space. I saw you working so hard on your new sign, and I just wasn't allowed to tell you.
Couldn't tell me what?
Oh, what the heck. The ship's facing some issues with the energy budget. I knew you would need a lot of light for your sign, and I just wasn't allowed to tell you.
Ha! No way we've got an energy problem here.
That was it? No helping Tinnerbaum with his spray tan?
That was it. No spray tan.
I'm so sorry, Buttercupsy. I love you.
I love you.
Thank you for your help, Harold. I was hoping you'd accept this stone as a thank you. Ah!
Oh, no. Moreau won't be happy to hear about this.
Ah, Harold, listen, about the rock, I'm really sorry it's gone. You know, I would have loved for you to have it.
It's okay, Tommy. It wasn't your fault.
I just feel bad, I was so wrapped up in my own stuff, maybe... I don't know.
Thanks, Tommy. Maybe it'll turn up. I'm just glad you and Bridget made up.
Thanks, Harold. You're a swell guy. I'll keep my eyes peeled. Let you know if I hear anything.
Thanks, Tommy. Major,
Harold, if it transpires you had anything to do with this wanton violation of Code 7887, then so...
No. I want to find the rock more than anyone.
Say I believe you. Can you think of anything that might help us find the culprits?
I'm sorry, Major. I'll let you know if I think of anything.
See that you do. That missing rock is a stain on my sheet of justice.
I will. Bye, Major.
Be good, Harold.
Bridget?
Harold, how are you doing?
Same old.
Yep, same old here too.
Energy issues?
You heard that, Mr. Busy Ears? Ugh, but yes. I mean, we've always got to be careful and efficient. And, this isn't public, but I want to be extra careful right now until we figure out what's going on.
Is the station using more energy than it used to?
Well, yeah, especially the transportation system.
And the damn tubes or tickets never work and just get more expensive all the time anyway.
Right.
Remind me why we can't just reduce the transport system?
Huh. I ask myself the same thing. Every time we add some new upgrade or expand it, it eats up more energy. Our production process doesn't get any more efficient. Plus, when we held an anonymous vote about it, the majority of Fedorans said they'd rather have more transport now rather than more energy later. So...
I'm not sure I've ever understood exactly how the energy process works.
Gosh, why are you asking me this now? It's not exactly a line answer. Look, if you really want to know, swing by the Energy Harvest office sometime and I'll break it down for you.
I'd better go. Thanks, Bridget.
See you, Harold.
Hello.
Hey man, welcome to the fish hut. Sample a homegrown Fedora fish or a freshwater catch of the day.
What's the catch of the day today?
Today, we have the great spotted super grouper.
Sounds tasty. Just out of interest, is that a native fish?
Hard to tell, man. A few of the ship's fish escaped during the crash. So we don't know if they thrive in the ocean or even intermingle with native species. But we can guarantee that fresh super grouper taste you know and love.
Got you a message.
Oh, thank you, Miss...
Zoodle. Pleased to make your acquaintance. So, it's from Felix. He says there's something he wants to show you and to expect a secret message soon.
Oh, what? Why? I mean, and why couldn't he just have said that to me himself?
I don't know. Go ask him. My work here's done. Laters, mister.
Thanks.
Water. Moving people every day. We know you enjoyed traveling with All Water. You're welcome.
Graffiti. What good is asking where is home anyway? Where else are we gonna go? Could they just leave some notes around? I wonder if this is the Lightkeepers again, or just someone copying their style. Will they ever reveal themselves?
Good evening, Fedorans. The all-water tube system will shortly be closing for the night. Please attend to the necessary travel arrangements. Get home safe.
Professor, you're not going to believe this.
Why does that not surprise me?
The blue rock. It's gone.
You found it? You lost it?
It was stolen from Tommy's store.
This is utterly vexatious, Harold.
I know. Oh, and I also got a message from Cyrus for you.
Out with it, then.
He says, hi.
Hi? Just hi?
Yeah, just that. He said you'd know what it means.
He's a sly one sometimes. I'll give him that. Stubborn as a mule.
What's a mule?
Oh, don't start, Harold. I've got to think of a comeback. I mean, get some important work done.
What should we do?
We? I need time to think.
Madam CEO, you're going to want to hear this.
I'm listening.
It's the new buoy, Mom. It's picked up a signal that we have reason to believe originates from Earth.
Earth? Have you reverse dated the transmission?
We have. It was sent in 2102.
So 126 years after we left. Things would have been pretty rock bottom back there by then. Let's hear what was important enough for them to call after us. Maybe it was their final farewell, huh? I hope it's nothing too awkward.
Okay, I'll send a copy via...
Well, just play it to me. I've got a 1205.
But Mom, it's only 10...
And one of those.
Okay, playing back now.
This is Earth. Earth to the Fedora. We sure hope you're all okay, whomever is still out there. We're not quite sure how to tell you this.
Johnston! Cut the damn line! You're live!
What? Oh, fudge.
Professor, did you hear that strange message?
It was hard to miss.
It's the first message from Earth. Ever?
Certainly in my lifetime, at least. I wonder, what kind of message would a dying civilization speculatively send to a ship that can never return?
What do you think it means?
It means that the fact Allwater haven't shared it publicly yet means they're thinking about how to turn it to their advantage.
What if it's not the first message?
Don't be paranoid, Harold. What reason or authority would they have for keeping messages from us? Still, even if they had planned to share it immediately, they look suspicious now.
Gosh, that message could be anything. Maybe they've got information for us about our mission.
Well, what could that information be? If we presuppose... Yes? Oh, it's you. Yes? No. Indubitably. Fine. What? 15%? Out of the question. Okay, sure. See you shortly. Harold, I want you to come with me.
Huh? To where? What? Who was that?
Why, it was the CEO of All Water Corp, of course, asking me to jump.
What for? How high?
Indeed, Harold, indeed. Well, unfortunately for my bath, she was adamant we went there immediately. She even unlocked our tube tickets for emergency night travel.
But why? What does she want with us?
Well, we'll soon find out, won't we? Come on, let's not keep Her Highness waiting.
Crisis control. We need to get out there ahead of the turn in public sentiment. First move advantage and get this working for us, not against us. Yes, come in. Now, as you both know, time is of the essence. Sorry, where are my manners? Would either of you like something to drink?
I suppose I might like a coffee?
There's really no time for coffee. Time is of the essence. Professor, would you like to sit?
No, thank you. I prefer to stand.
Oh, a woman of action, I love that. Anyway, we must act. Due to the unfortunate Communique incident, we've been forced to move up the schedule. It's imperative we deliver some good news about the start procedure.
I suppose that wouldn't hurt.
To that effect, Professor. And, you there. I'll need you to supervise Cyrus directly. We can't afford for any unforeseen delays.
Cyrus, he works best undisturbed. The man is a stubborn buffoon, but there's no doubting his thoroughness.
Professor, please. It would do this old heart good to know that you were keeping a watchful eye on him. Or maybe your, protege here could do it.
I'll hang out with, watch Cy, sure.
If it makes you happy, Madame CEO, we'll make sure Cyrus delivers.
Great. Music to my ears. Thank you both. You've done All Water and the ship a great service. We're ready. Go live and stay on schedule. It's my privilege to announce to you all today that our new buoy program has already proven an unmitigated success. We present to you now the full and unedited audio that represents the first incoming message we've received in our lifetimes. Now, before the message plays, I'd like to take a moment to reiterate just how proud we should all be of progress on the new start procedures. It won't be long before we're ready for the first attempt, the latest in a long line of steps on the road to a greater, brighter future for us all. Please enjoy this message, brought to you by the All Water Corporation.
This is Earth to the Fedora. We sure hope you're all okay, whomever is still out there. We're not quite sure how to tell you this. Things were pretty rocky here when you left, of course, and, that was a brave move. Probably the right decision at the time. We didn't know whether to even tell you this, but we figured maybe it would give you some comfort way out there in the freezing clutches of deep space. What? Oh, right. Yeah, I guess. Or, even better, the comforting, warm embrace of a lovely, habitable new planet. Well, we just wanted to let you know that we pulled together down here. The sparrows calmed down and things pretty much worked themselves out. Life still isn't perfect. Bananas died out, and you got to be pretty careful around water. But by and large, we're back on track. Earth survived. Wish we could send you a postcard. Anyway, be safe, and maybe one day we'll get a hello from you. We'll be listening.
What are you all still doing here? Don't you have work or something to do? Scram!
Employee Satisfaction Survey and Underwater Pro-Employee Plan Initiatives, perhaps known more commonly as Fess Up. up the Pelican Station. A landmark customer poll reflecting our continued commitment to being approachable and accountable showed us at 87%.
Welcome. I am All-Water Automated Secretary number 1. How may I assist your all-water related learning?
There were the dark times, and slowly but surely, light returned.
Tell me about all water time introduction.
8 years ago, our illustrious and suave CEO Brenner Castlechop made the brave decision to tackle the inaccuracy of the standard analog clocks by introducing unified AW time. A ship-wide, perfectly synced system that ensures people are always in time, on time together. In a remarkable gesture of generosity, Fedorans were given the opportunity to exchange their old clocks and watches for free. An offer most people took up and thoroughly enjoyed immediately. There were a few skeptical holdouts, but they were eventually won over by peer pressure. Usually annoyed friends having to do the math when arranging a meet-up time, as well as the generous tube system and other such all-water service vouchers offered to them.
When was All Water founded?
The Municipal Freshwater Clarification Agency was formed just after the crash, but it was rebranded to All Water in 12789 AC, just prior to the introduction of the transportation tube system.
So, what exactly does All Water do?
All Water Corporation is dedicated to making the lives of Fedorans easier, more pleasurable, and more sustainable. Major services include regulation of the ship's day-night cycle, the tube transportation system, organising the monthly all-water ball, balancing the energy budget, and overseeing the ship's water supply and filtration systems. All Water is also invested in exciting new science initiatives, some or all of which may be strictly confidential at this time. Please check with your nearest all-water secretary about the status or indeed existence of such initiatives.
Held aloft by the hands of all water.
Can you tell me about the current CEO?
CEO Brenner Castlechop began her all-water career at the age of 16. She graduated from her internship to a full-time position after she devised a mathematical theory to reduce the calculations needed to make different electronic systems communicate with one another. These improvements would eventually become the basis for the ship's current intranet system, architected by a temporary all-water employee, redacted, codenamed Dr. Computer. During this time, the Schlippmeyer family and the Freshwater Clarification Agency were engaged in a dispute over the ship's water supply, the former holding a chemically based freeze filtration system over the current but outdated machinery. Castlechop wrote a proposal to improve the existing system by overhauling its connective mechanics, which led to All Water being able to reject the Schlippmeyer's costly license fees. Her expertise, including her initiative to renew the physical connection between water reservoirs, filtration systems, and the various districts, eventually evolved into the tube transportation system and saw her promoted to sub-chief of the directive branch of operations. She finally became CEO in 13152 AC after widespread pressure throughout the organization on the incumbent CEO, Dr. Rufus Bureaucratze, to finally step down and let the Wonderkins take charge of All Water at last.
Bye.
The All Water Corporation wishes you a pleasant day.
Light returned to the floor. A light held aloft by the hands of All Water Corporation, which illuminated the many innovations we now rely upon. In 1280 AC, we rebranded from the Municipal Freshwater.
Water compliments you on your choice of destination. All Water, we get you where you're going. Forward destinations are now offline for the night. Please return to your home station. All Water wishes you sweet dreams. Forward destinations are now offline for the night. Please return to your home station. All Water wishes you sweet dreams. Travel in style with All Water. Unsatisfactory journey for some reason? Just contact your nearest... and All Water will make it up to you.
Hey, Professor. Oh, are those the new teacups?
Come and see for yourself.
Oh, I promise I ordered them.
Harold, just look. Most intriguing. Highly irregular.
So, if the Lightkeepers could get the rock, and they knew we wanted it, that means that, they must be someone who...
Harold, it's late, and we've had enough excitement for one day. Let's leave the theories until tomorrow.
Sure. I'm just happy that whoever they are, they're on our side.
So it seems for now. Good night, Harold. See you in the morning.
Okay. Night, Professor. Gosh, whoever made that leak must be feeling pretty terrible right now. I'm glad it wasn't me messing up for once. Let's see what tomorrow brings.
And what time do you call this?
Good morning, Professor. The time is...
I know what the time is. There's lots to be done.
How are we going to find out who the Lightkeepers are?
I'm just as curious as you, Harold, but we have better things to do.
I suppose you're right. How can I help?
You can start by taking the rock to Bridget. She'll make the necessary preparations for analysis, which you should be able to handle.
Okay, great. I'll get right on it.
And Harold, try to remember that whoever the Lightkeepers are, our jobs here are to make life more stable for the people here, not less.
I know. I'll get going.
Destination chosen. We hope you enjoy your all-water tube system journey. You've arrived. Have you checked your pockets before leaving?
Contaminant detected. Do not try to taste the disinfectant. Mist commences in 3.
Hi, Bridget.
Are you ready to rock, Harold?
I have it here, ready, with rock.
Oh, Harold, you can be such a killjoy sometimes. Anyway, it's going to take a while to analyze this little guy, so I'll send for you when it's ready.
Oh, okay, great. Thanks, Bridget.
Oh, Harold, while you're here, maybe you could help me with a little something?
Maybe, but don't you think?
Now, you'll do quite well. There's a little experiment I've been wanting to run. The remote control of the conveyors isn't working right now. My theory is Cyrus and his mugs of tea that he always forgets about before knocking over. So I need your help to manually control them.
Can do.
I'll be in here recording and analyzing the data. Right, see that button over there? The big one next to the conveyors starts and stops them.
I think I can handle that.
Yes, well, don't get cocky. I'll give you more detailed instructions over the loudspeakers as we go along. Okay, so there are 3 different types of organisms on the conveyor. Each is a different color. Aren't they pretty? See, don't I make life easy for you? But I want you to focus on the red ones for now, since we're comparing their data to past readings.
Red ones. I got it.
I'd be worried if you didn't. Anyway, pop them under the green machine next to you and stop the conveyor, please. Nice one. Now, on to the next step. Now, you see the analysis machine? Go start it up. The machine's UI is pretty easy. There are just 2 buttons. One to chop the sample, and one to coat it in our lovely space bacteria mix.
Chop and coat. I see.
Right. I'll be prepping the actual data recording in the meantime. I'll let you know exactly when to start the process. Wait for my command. Just like comedy, timing is everything here. Now. Great. Time to coat the sample. Nice. Let's see what we have. Ah, I see. Okay, we need 2 more readings to have a representative data set. Okay, great. On to the next step. Now. Great. Time to coat the sample. Nice. Let's see what we have. Ah, I see. Just the one left now. Nice one. Now, on to the next step. Now. Great. Time to coat the sample. Nice. Let's see what we have. Ah, I see. Nice one, Harold. That's everything we need. Meet me back at the control room and we can look over the results together. These results. It looks like our catalytic bacteria is starting to have diminishing returns on the energy output.
That's not good, right?
No, but it also doesn't make much sense. Why would the bacteria have been fine until now?
I'm not the best person to ask. What could have changed?
I'm not sure. I've run the tests. The key variables, pH level, density, etc., are all stable on the bacteria. We're using the same organic matter for it to convert.
And I've been double-checking the filters. They're filtering at the same levels as always. I mean, could something outside the ship be to blame?
It is possible that somehow the organic matter is being affected before it hits the filters. But none of the tests we've run on the matter itself shows any key variants.
Strange. Are the energy returns diminishing very badly?
I'm not panicking yet, Harold. It's just a trend we can't let continue indefinitely. Unless we can miraculously find a whole new system for producing energy. Not panicking at all.
Oh dear. I should get back to Moreau, but just let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
I'll keep you posted, Harold. And thanks.
Hey, Harold.
Hello, Sai. How's the start procedure going?
So, I've got an awful lot to get through and no one to help me with it all.
That's not true, Sai. Madam CEO asked us to keep an eye on... help you.
What do you mean, asked? And I?
Just that, she was concerned about you, I guess.
Wow, she must really trust me. It's not like I'm one of the ship's foremost experts in molecular sciences.
So, what is your procedure idea exactly?
So, there are a couple of stages to it. The first stage is all about our current stasis. As we all know, the ship's weight and the fact certain sections are full of water gives us a stable buoyancy, and because of the tide, we're on a very slow and long orbit. So, we start by pumping some of the water out through the ship's thrusters, accelerating our orbital trajectory. Then comes phase 2. Once we reach a certain velocity, we pump more water into the unused core, making us sink deeper toward the gravity well, which will tighten our orbit but keep the speed, thus building greater momentum. Yeah, like those ice skaters when they crouch down in a pirouette.
Oh, those videos are great. When you get Slippy to let you borrow them, anyway. Ooh, is that where you got the idea from?
No, my idea came from much less frivolous scientific principles. But yeah, they are good vids. As I was saying, once we reach max possible speed, here's where it gets fun, we pump out all the water. But not all water, that would be mean. At the same time, and use the sudden extra buoyancy to break free of our orbit on an upwards trajectory towards the planet's surface.
Oh, a bit like an ancient cephalopod.
Exactly. How on Fedora did you know about that?
Oh, I found a book lying around in the lab called Masterminds of the Deep. I kind of hoped it was going to be an adventure novel.
Interesting. But anyway, here's where it gets tricky. As the Fedora is still going to be denser than the surrounding water, our velocity will slow down the closer we get to the surface. But if we time everything right, our initial slingshot should create just enough momentum to allow us to break free the ocean surface for about a minute.
Like a flying fish. It'll be so weird to see the sky.
Focus, Harold. This is the most crucial part. We must launch the thrusters at exactly the right moment if we wish to achieve escape velocity. Too early, they'll be waterlogged. Too late, and we'll crash right back into the sea.
Wow, Sai, that's an amazing plan. Think it'll work?
Oh, in theory, absolutely. But there's something in my calculations that seems off. I've checked everything, but I can't pin down the variable.
Like the timing?
Kind of. If I didn't know better, I'd say time itself.
Okay.
Anyway, what did Morrow say about what Madame CEO said?
Oh, she said she trusted you and that there was no need.
Did she now?
Yeah?
Knowing her, she did it just to spite the CEO. Anyway, you seen Sunny recently?
No. Not for a long time, actually.
Since you two went your separate ways?
Mm-hmm. She said she needed to find herself.
Well, I'm sure she'll turn up eventually. Were things all right between you?
Yeah, it was, we're two different people.
Sunny alone is at least two different people. But I'm glad it wasn't anything too dramatic. Anyway, back to work for me.
Yeah. Looks like you've got it cut out for you. Good luck, Sai.
Please halt for your contaminant inspection. Inspecting. Please do not panic.
Destination decided. Enjoy the view. You have arrived. Please exit the tube in an orderly manner. We hope you travel with us again soon.
Cleaning, fixing, running around and fetching stuff, burning stuff. It could be worse. But there must be more. More to life? Cleaning, fixing, running all around. Wait. What's that sound? Isn't there more to life? I clean and I fix till my legs feel like bricks. My best friend is a mop. I work till I drop. And for what? No medals or treats. I don't get silk sheets, but oh, I'm the first guy they call for a leak. There must be more to life. I could be an artiste, my name would be feted, or a chef whose every dish was celebrated. But maybe this is my destiny, trouble and strife. And perhaps that's okay. At the end of the day, what more could there be to life?
Oh, sorry, Harold.
Ah, hey, yeah, hey, Tommy. Sorry, you startled me.
I'm a bit startled myself.
What brings you to the filter station?
Just, I should probably be going.
But you just got here. Anything I can help you with?
I was just looking for Filter Frankie, but I guess he's not around. That guy can be slipperier than a jelly deal.
Yeah, I've never even met him.
Righto, I'll be going now. See you, Harold.
Oh, okay. Bye, Tommy.
Destination selected. Have a pleasant journey and a fantastic day. You may now exit the tube. Thank you on behalf of the All Water Corporation for choosing to travel with us today.
Hey, Bridget.
Oh, hey, Harold. Done with the sample already?
Hmm? I'm here for the sample.
You silly goose. I messaged you saying I sent it to the sample shelf.
Oh, sorry. I missed it somehow.
That is what the conveyor system is for, to save us from running all over the place the whole time.
I know. I guess I just...
Did you really think I'd make you come all the way back here to pick it up?
No, I mean, I probably...
It'd be madness. People running around fetching stuff by hand, none of us would get anything done.
Yeah, my bad. I'll go get it from the shelf.
Although, while you're here...
Thanks, Bridget. Sorry to bother you. Bye.
Please halt for your contaminant inspection. Inspecting.
Destination determined. Now, relax with All Water. You're here. Thank you for choosing All Water Tubes.
Righto. Let's take a look what all the fuss is about. Oh, yes. I see. Very big marks. A dense rockiness. Troubling, strata. Implications huge for origin of it. Possible comet fragment. Judging by the composition, could have been from far away.
That is.
Ah! Professor, you scared me.
This is. We've been thinking all along about. This data suggests. But. That would contradict. The potential implications.
What is it, Professor?
It's these readouts. I think I know what they mean.
Oh, what have they told you?
The rock strata looks like carbonaceous chondrite. Rare, but the aminos backdating. It's a countdown.
Great. For what?
Our relaunch window. The sample finally reveals a pattern, and it means there's a 2-year gap between the otherwise constant solar windstorms. We're approaching that window fast.
And if we miss it?
We wait. for 80 years. Most of us won't get to see the next one.
Wow. So can you work out how long we have?
If my calculations are correct, we're fast approaching the end of the current 2-year calm period. In fact, I make it exactly 89 days we have left.
Do you think we'll make it?
Not unless we find a miraculous source of energy to properly power the ship. I doubt it. I need to double-check some of this data urgently.
Oh dear. Okay, Professor. I'll leave you be.
Location nominated. Journey commencing. All water thanking you. Thank you for traveling with all water.
Hey, Felix.
Shh. Wait. I can't tell you anything with all these people around.
Okay. We have to wait until everyone leaves?
Yes, that's the deal.
Okay. Well, I wish I'd known. I would have brought a book or something.
What are you reading?
Oh, just the latest in the Fedora 4 series.
Is that the beast from below?
Oh no, it's Persephone's Lament.
Oh, I thought the beast from below was the latest one.
Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, look. Is that Cherry Bofflesop?
Who's that?
Come on, you don't know Cherry Bofflesop? The food critic from the Chronicle?
I'm a kid. I don't read newspapers. Well, the cartoons, obviously, and I quite like the Agony On column, actually.
I think that might be Cherry, too.
Oh. So, do you ever think it's strange? All these people, all their own homes, lives, thoughts? Maybe they don't even know we exist.
Well, I mean, they can see us.
Yes, but that's not always the same thing, is it?
Oh, I suppose not. So, how's school?
Why? Did Mr. Tenenbaum ask you to spy on me?
Chris? No. I was only wondering.
School's school. I try to concentrate, but it just seems pointless. I mean, what do you need to learn to do what my dad does? And I'm sure they're not teaching us about what my mom does.
But you need to just learn in general. You can't just know what you need to learn yet.
Huh. I just feel like I learn more by exploring myself.
Well, can't you do both? You can always explore, but you can't always get someone like Chris, Mr. Tenenbaum, spending all day helping you learn.
Huh. I suppose it would be cool to know everything.
Good evening, everyone. Please remember, the all-water tube system will shortly be closing for the night.
I hope it's worth the wait.
Get snug.
Oh, it
not
is.
stranded.
Coast is clear. Follow me. This, my friend, is the Tunnel of Secrets.
It looks like a ventilation shaft? A small, dark one.
Sure, that's what they want you to think. Come on.
It's pretty cozy in here.
Just follow and trust me. So you promise you won't tell anyone about this?
Promise. I mean, who would I tell? Moreau? She'd just say I'm making up tall tales again.
Well, I think you'd better tell me a secret anyway, just so we're even.
Okay. I guess that's only fair. Well, one time I dropped something into one of the filters, so I had to...
Wow, ew. Okay, yeah, that'll do.
Felix, come on. Can't you tell me where we're headed?
Good things come to those who wait.
So, how well do you know these tunnels, Felix? We're not lost, are we?
Okay, trust me, I've been exploring these for ages now. Whenever my parents are away, or, yeah, I need quiet space, there's so much of the station people don't know about.
I mean, could they even fit?
Probably not. And I'm glad they don't try.
They can't be that bad.
Oh, they're fine, just so busy, always. And they let me get away with a lot.
You could try not getting into trouble in the first place.
Oh, come on, don't tell me you're a goody two-shoes.
I doubt the professor would think I am.
She's not your mama, right?
Nope. But she's been kind of like one.
So what about your...
Are you sure we're not lost?
Not long now, don't worry.
Oh.
I know, right?
I've never looked at it this way before.
We only had the same stuff to look at, mostly. Gotta try find new angles.
Huh. Did you read that somewhere?
No, I don't think so anyway. Here.
Not for me, thanks. And not for you.
Relax, it's just gum. Smoking is a dumb adult thing anyway.
Oh. Okay. I'll take one, thanks.
They call him the Scout. A man who dared to go where others wouldn't, or couldn't. He wasn't one for the limelight, but he was good at his job. He mapped out new lands. The Lightkeepers made him an offer. Work for us, they said. A lesser man would have taken the money. But the Scout works best alone. He can't be bought. Only the Scout sees things for what they really are. Looks to the watery horizon while everyone else stares at their shoes. If only they understood.
The Scout is a legend. We've been trying to track him down for years. If anyone can find him, it's you, Agent Harrelson.
So, what do you think is gonna happen now that Earth is okay?
Everyone wants to go back, but...
Yeah, it'll take a while, right? Too long. Let's move on.